Let me see you bounce. Let me see you bounce.
سلام، كيف حالكم؟ أنا بخير وأنتم؟ Welcome to Learn Arabic Online with Loubna Duymayan. In the old good days, in the past tense, the conjugation of Form 1 sound verbs that are exempt from weak letters. What are the weak letters? I'm testing you. Alif, waw, and ya is a valid reference to Form 2 sound verbs conjugation. With all its subcategories, hollow verbs, assimilated verbs, doubled verbs, except the defectives, the unreliable verbs, the ones that end with a weak letter, which behave differently than their fellows. But don't worry, we will take them under control. I have my word, like always. In other words, Form 2 verbs other than the defectives conjugate exactly in the same way as Form 1 sound verbs, in the perfect. This means that there is no need to shorten the middle radical for hollow verbs, since it is in its original shape, as in da'a. See that alif in the middle is the sign of a hollow verb in its Form 1. Da'a, to be lost. Dayya'a is its second form. So the alif here turns to a ya. The origin of alif is a ya. So the root is dad ya ain. It is easier to pull the roots, the radicals from Form 2. So dayya'a, lose by foolishness or neglect. Dama, to endure. Dawwama, here the alif turns to a waw. There is no guessing of the middle radical anymore with Form 2, because here it's implicit. It's in its original shape. So the alif originally is a waw. Dawwama is to revolve rapidly. And the same is true for the present tense. These are good news, folks. So you have to be happy, thankful, and relaxed during the lesson. Let's contrast the conjugations of Form 1 and Form 2. We won't detect any dissimilarities. Indeed, there is the emblem of power, shadda. Also, in Form 2, the adverb always reigns the stem vowel in the past, which is a fatha, the stem vowel, the one that sits on top of the middle radical, radical number 2 in the roots. All right? Forever a fatha, no surprises. Even when the stem vowel is a kasra in Form 1, it turns into a fatha in its second form. As in shariba, rhymes with fa'ila. See, we have a kasra in the middle. Shariba, to drink. Sharraba, to make drink. So the kasra of the ra turns to a fatha in Form 2. Sharraba. Fahima, to understand. Fahama, to make understand. So the kasra of the ha turns to a fatha in form 2. So, salima. Salima, to be safe. Sallama, sallama, to greet. Sallama, here again, you are able to spot the fatha on top of the middle radical, on top of the lam in form 2. Okay? For example, let's say, Sallamtu alayhi. Sallama, to greet. Sallama ala. So sallama is constructed with the preposition ala to mean to greet. So sallamtu, conjugated in the perfect first person, singular. Ana, I. I greeted him. Sallamtu ala. And since ala has to be attached to an object pronoun referring to him, because I greeted him. So that shortened alif of ala, of the preposition ala, has to turn to a ya, because the shortened alif, alif maqsura, cannot be placed in the middle of any word. The time that a letter follows it, it has to turn to a ya with a sukun. And since ha, the object pronoun, ha is the object of the preposition ala, so it will be in the genitive. This is the function of the preposition, to put whatever comes after in the genitive with the kasra. Alayhi. Sallamtu alayhi. I greeted him. And said, Assalamu alayka. And said, I may say, wa qultu. Qala. Qala, to say in the perfect first person singular. Qultu. Or I can use the active participle that we have learned about it before. Check all the previous lessons. So, qa'il is the active participle of qala. And since I am a female, I will add a ta marbuta to qa'il. And I will say, Sallamtu alayhi qa'ilatan. Or, Sallamtu alayhi wa qultu. Alright? This active participle can overtake the place of a verb. It does the same thing. قائلة. So what do we say when we greet someone in Arabic? Assalamu alayka. Here see, sallama ala. Assalamu ala. Again, that's preposition after assalamu. Salam, peace. So, assalamu alayka. I am addressing you second person, singular, masculine. So, I will use the ka. And to attach the ka to ala, what do? We turn the shortened alif to a ya with a sukun. Alayka. And ka is always ka. It doesn't take the kasra. Because if it takes the kasra, I will be addressing the second person, singular, feminine. So here, ala does not affect the case of ka. It's invariable. It's ka. It's not like the ha. We can say who and we can say he for the third person singular. Ha, third person singular, is always ha because it is followed by a long vowel alif. Alright, so with the who, third person singular masculine, you can play with the short vowel. So, assalamu alayka. Peace be upon you. Upon you. Alayka. Alayki. Second person singular feminine. Alaykum. Second person plural masculine. You can attach any object pronoun accordingly. Okay? So here, سلمت. Let's contrast it with the verb, for example, درس. أنا درست. See, they bear the same short vowels. Alright? فتحة, فتحة, سكون, and the prefix and the suffix to. Alright? أنت سلمت. أنت درست. Same way. Alright? We have here the emphasis sign shadda in our middle radical. That is the difference between form 1 and form 2 sound verb conjugations in the perfect. أنتِ سلمتِ. هو سلم. This is our form 1. سلم. هو is always representing form 1 in its simplest form. سلم. هي سلمت. We add the still ta of femininity. نحن سلمنا. أنتما second person dual, feminine and singular. It works for both. سلمتما. هما سلما dual, third person masculine. سلمتا feminine. أنتم second person plural masculine. سلمتم. Alright, here the suffix is borrowed from the subject pronoun, the tum, 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 and tunna, سلمتن, tunna, tunna. هم سلموا, هم درسوا, they studied. هن سلمنا. Alright, it's very easy. In the imperfect form 2, the verb سلم is هو سلم يسلم versus the imperfect form سلم. We said سلم is to be safe. So form 1 سلم, form 2 سلم is يسلم. So we have form 1 سلم يسلم, form 2 سلم يسلم. We are able to spot the identical prefix, right? The ya. In both forms, we have يسلم, the you, and we have يسلم, the ya. However, the following vowel is a dhamma instead of a fatha. This is not good at all. As you know, fatha is the vowel that always accompanies the prefixes of form 1 verbs, as observed in درس, to study, هو يدرس, ya. قرأ, to read, هو يقرأ, he studies, he reads. So هو يدرس, he studies, we have the ya. هو يقرأ, he reads. هو يكتب, he writes. We have the ya and the ya and the ya. Ya, ya, ya. It's all affirmative. When it comes to form 2, a dhamma is eternally marking the prefixes of the imperfect conjugations. Forever together. You. So it's you and you and you. And the consonants of the prefixes are exactly the same in form 2 as in form 1. In fact, they will be the same for all verbs, irrespective of form. So here, أنا أسلم. See, you have a dhamma on top of the prefix. أنت تسلم. Again الضمة. تسلمين. يسلم تسلم. هي تسلم. نحن نسلم. أنتما تسلمان. هما يسلمان. هما تسلمان. أنتم. Again تسلمون. and أنتن تسلمن. هم يسلمون. هن يسلمن. You have a dhamma. Alright, on top of all the prefixes. Alright. So now, shift your gaze to the first radical. Where is the first radical in here? Seen. So we have a seen, second one, lam and mim. Alright? So seen of يسلم. هو يسلم. This is our first radical. Versus يسلم from the verb study form 1. So here we are comparing the two. Oh no. There is a fatha instead of a sukun. So we have, what do we have? Sa. Alright? But for Salima we have Yeslamu. We have sukun, a still consonant. So, and the stern vowel, this is the worst. The stern vowel is a kasra. You say li mo, a kasra. And form 1, a fatha. You can panic for a sec and then relax. Because this is the way. All. It is an authentic all. All form 2 verbs are conjugated for each subject pronoun. So you have prefix plus dhamma, radical number 1 plus fatha, radical number 2 plus kasra. So you have an u, a, I melody. U, a, I. I'm sorry for my horrible voice. I'm sorry for this annoyance. So you just remember it this way with music. U, a, I melody. There is no guessing about the stem vowel in form 2 verbs. Stem vowel, the one in the middle, opposed to form 1, which is fantastic actually, because we always deal with this problem. All right. So form 2 is simple and straightforward with the u, a, I melody. And you know what? The stem vowel of each of the derived forms is totally predictable. Derived forms from 2 through 15, but form 1. So no probability is involved with this conjugation. Now, admire the suffixes. Lo and behold. All right? They look familiar to you, right? Just what we have seen with the conjugations of form 1 verbs. And good news for you. They will be the same for every verb in the language. Viva la likeliness. So if you know how to conjugate form 2 verb, you can conjugate every form 2 verb. You need just to know one. You need one reference. If you know how to conjugate form 3 verb, you can conjugate every form 3 verb. And so on. As you might guess, the jussive is produced just as it is in Form 1. The principle of cutting off. We cut off the sound of the last consonant with the mark of sukun or the omission of the nun. So, for the 5 verbs, remember your 5 verbs? We had a lesson about it. 5 verbs. Anti tusallimina. This is the first one, the one that ends with a ina. Second, antuma tusallimani. Second. Third, huma. Alright? Huma, antum. Antum, and we have hum, but not these two. Because with the feminine subject pronouns, the verbs conjugated with these personal pronouns, never ever, we never omit the nun of their suffixes in the jussive. We don't touch them at all. Alright? So with these 5 verbs, we delete the nun. So in the jussive, you will have tusallimi, antuma tusallima, huma yusallima, tusallima, antum tusallimu. For antum, when after the omission of the nun, we will add a unvocalized alif. Tusallimu. And for whom? Yusallimu. And for the rest, we replace the last short vowel with a sukun. So, ana usallimu in the jussive, ana usallim. Instead of the dhamma, we have a sukun. Anta tusallim. We have already learned about it many times. So refer to the lessons. In case you forget your grammar skills, the lessons are always there for you. Alright? Hello verbs. Nothing is unusual as well. The middle radical shows up in all of the past and the present tense conjugations as a regular consonant, as in Sara. Sara, to become. So we have that alif in the middle. In Form 2 is Sayyara. And the root is Sad, Ya, Ra. So Sayyara, Yusayyiru. U-A-I, melody, don't forget. Sayyara, Yusayyiru, Yusayyir in the jussive. So the last vowel is gone. It turns to a sukun, a still ra. Yusayyir is to change something into something else. Sayyara. Ja'a, not a hello verb. Ja'a is to be hungry, to starve. This alif originally is a waw. Jawwa'a. Jawwa'a is to cause to suffer extreme hunger. So, jawwa'a, yujawwi'u. U-a-i, yujawwi'u. Yujawwi'a. See how easy it is to conjugate this verb? Assimilated verbs. I have to test you in all what we have learned actually, to see if you're doing well or not. So, assimilated verbs are the ones that start with a waw, like wajada, to find. Wa'ada, to promise. So the waw of these verbs in Form 2 always remains and acts as a regular consonant. Like waqafa. Waqafa, to stop. In the imperfect we say yaqifu. So the waw is gone. We have just the prefix and the second and third radical. Alright? You can trust Form 1. It's not trustworthy at all. but form 2 is fine. So وقف, we have gemination in the middle radical in form 2. وقف is to bring to a stop, to make something stop. وقف يوقف, UAI, يوقف, يوقف in the jussive. See how easy? The wow is there. No surprises at all. Doubled verbs in form 2 are always ordinary. Nothing beyond what we have learned before. حب, حب, see the gemination? We have ba as the second radical, and also the third radical is a ba. So we merge them together and we top them with a shadda, the emphasis sign, to have a doubled verb. Habba. So the root is ha, ba, ba. Habba, to love, to like. So what is the form 2 of this verb? We know that the middle radical is ba. So we have habbaba, 3 bas. Habbaba. So habbaba, yuhabbibu, yuhabbib. To evoke love for, to make someone love something or someone. So you never have to worry about what to do with the doubled radicals in form 2, because we do not need to pull them apart for some conjugations as we do with form 1 verbs. For example, for habba, we say yahibbu, and in the jussive yahbib. See here, we had to separate the 2 radicals. Yahbib. There is also a lesson about doubled verbs. Don't worry. Defective verbs, the ones that end with a weak letter. I have saved the best for last. So nasiya. Nasiya, to forget, ending with a ya. Nessa. Nessa is its form 2. And here Nessa is ending with a shortened alif. Alif maqsura. And it's form 1 with the ya. And the root this time, if from Nessa you cannot find out the roots, the radicals of the roots. But from form 1, it's explicit. We have the nun, we have the sin, and we have the ya. This is an exception. So nessa in the imperfect indicative, yunassi in the subjunctive, yunassiya, we add that fatha in the end. So over the ya, yunassiya, this is the sign of the subjunctive. Yunassi is the jussive, nothing in the end. Yunassi, just the doubled sin. It's to cause, to forget, or to neglect. As observed, the shortened alif turns into a ya in the imperfects and vanishes in the jussive. This is your base of conjugation for this class of verbs. If you haven't learned the conjugations presented so far, so make a U-turn and review them before this lesson. Because I am not going over details for each verb here. We are just summarizing. So you may be stuck with it if you have no clue about what is an assimilated verb, hollow verb, whatever we have learned today. I have some examples for you. Let's practice. عين ابنه وريثا له. the verb عيّن. See? The emphasis sign, the shadda. So this is form 2. It's very easy to spot form 2. So عيّن, to appoint. In the perfect third person singular. He appointed. Ibnahu. Ibnahu, his son. Ibn, son. And the who, referring to his son. Ibnahu. Warithan, warith, heir. Lahu. Lahu, when you have a lam plus an object pronoun, it means it's rendered in English with the verb have in the present. Lahu, he has. So عين ابنه وريثا له. So he appointed his son. We have heir and we have has. In English we would say he appointed his son as his heir. Okay, different structures. Here we say عين ابنه وريثا, and we need a returner, and we cannot attach a returner to warith, to this noun. So we need a letter or something to attach to it. We don't have preposition, we don't have anything, so we use the lam, because this lam represents possession, plus who referring to the father. Since I think the father or whoever, third person singular masculine, who appointed, the father appointed his son, stepfather or father, whoever. Alright. Second example. لم نقرر وآي. And this is in the jussive because of the particle of negation لم. لم, did not. So لم نقرر, nu is the prefix of نحن. نحن, we. So the noon, we have borrowed the noon from نحن. نقرر. See this noon, the nu in the end of this subject's pronoun. Just think that way. The nu is this nu. Nu, it's in French, oui, nu. So if you are French, it's easier to memorize it. لم نقرر السفر إلى أمريكا. From the verb قرر, another form to verb. قرر is to decide. قرر. We did not decide السفر from the verb سافر, to travel. This is a verbal noun. Can be rendered with the English infinitive. So we did not decide to travel. إلى أمريكا, to America. أكد, another form to verb. أكد أمام القاضي شهادته, or أكد شهادته أمام القاضي. So أكد is to confirm. أكد. Alright? So he confirmed شهادته. شهادة, testimony. The who referring to his. Alright? So his testimony. شهادته. أمام, adverb of place. أمام means in front of. In front of القاضي, in front of the judge. So he confirmed أكد his testimony شهادته in front of the judge. لم أؤكد. This is in the imperfect. First person singular in the jussive mood because of لم. لم أؤكد حضوري الاجتماع. So the radicals of أكد, we have همزة, كاف, and dal. And we have the prefix U for the first person singular. So we put the U and we change the chair of the hamza. Why wow? Because it is preceded by a dhamma. This little wow. So the little wow matches the chair of the hamza. Alright? أؤكد. Alright? أ-I. لم أؤكد. And the sukun because it is in the jussive mood since it is preceded by lam. I did not confirm أكد, to confirm. My attendance حضوري. حضور, attendance. حضور. And plus the ya referring to first person singular, the possession of the first person. Alright? So حضوري, my attendance at the meeting. الاجتماع, at the meeting. الاجتماع, meeting. جددوا بيتهم. The verb جدد. جدد is to renew. هم جددوا, ending with the واو and ألف. هم جددوا بيتهم. They renewed their home. Third person, plural masculine. In the perfect. ميز الأشكال بوضوح. ميز, another form to verb. ميز is to differentiate, to discern. So الأشكال, the figures. بوضوح. So وضوح means clarity, but when it is preceded by the preposition بوضوح means clearly. It turns to an English adverb. Clearly, بوضوح. So he clearly differentiated ميز between the figures. ميز here, between, we don't use the equivalent of between in Arabic with ميز. ميز الأشكال بوضوح. So he clearly differentiated between the figures. سمى, to name. This is a defective verb. سمى ابنه عمر. So سمى here, to name. He named. سمى, يسمي in the imperfect. So the shortened alif turns to a ya. سمى ابنه, his son. Ibn, son plus who, it means his son, Omar. He named his son Omar. There is another meaning that comes with سمى. سمى قبل تناول الطعام. Here سمى means to evoke God, to pronounce the name of God. So سمى, he pronounced the name of God before eating. قبل تناول الطعام. طعام, food. تناول, eating. تناول الطعام, before eating. تناول الطعام equals eating. So سمى قبل تناول الطعام means he said in the name of God. بسم الله. بسم, in the name of Allah, God. Bismillah. So when you say سمى, it may have another meaning depending on the context. Here, وفقت بين الطرفين. No, وفقتي. Sorry. Second person, singular feminine. وفقتي بين الطرفين. وفق. وفق means to reconcile. You reconciled the two parties. وفقتي. وفق. In the perfect second person, feminine. سلمتي. وفقتي. كتبتي. So you reconcile the two parties. The two parties, الطرفين. So وفق بين. وفق is constructed with بين. Alright, وفق بين الطرفين. أدرسهم قواعد اللغة العربية. درس to teach. أدرس first person singular. أدرس plus whom, the object pronoun whom referring to them. أدرس قواعد اللغة العربية. Arabic grammar. اللغة العربية Arabic. قواعد grammar. غنت from the verb غنى is to sing. Another defective verb. غنت. So when we say غنت, so we have غنى. And when we conjugate غنى in the third person singular feminine, we need to add the still ta. And since the shortened alif will be followed by another letter, it has to turn to a ya. Ya with sukun. So we would have ya with sukun plus ta with sukun. It does not work in Arabic grammar. So the first one is cancelled and we have غنت. Alright, she sang. غنت المغنية, the chanteuse or the female singer, عن, about, حبها لبلدها. غنت المغنية عن حبها لبلدها. The female singer or the chanteuse sang غنت عن, about, حبها. حب. حب is the noun of habba, to love or to like. Ha referring to her love. Her love. For li, that li can be rendered with for in English. Li hubbiha, li baladiha. Balad means country and ha referring to her country. So for her country. So the female singer sang about her love for her country. بقاه في مكانه. بقى, ending with a shortened alif. بقى is to leave it as it is. So بقاه, who referring to something or someone. بقاه في مكانه. Here it means he left it as it is in its place. Or let's say he left it untouched. Okay? So بقاه. Here the shortened alif turns to an extended alif before attaching the object pronoun who. بقاه. So here it's another case. بقاه. حذره من الخطر. حذر is to warn. حذره, he warned him. من الخطر, حذر من. So he warned him about the danger. سجل is to write down or to register. سجل اسمه في اللائحة. So سجل اسمه. اسم, name. Who? His name. Alright, so اسمه, it means he wrote down his name. في اللائحة. في, on the list. اللائحة, on the list. So سجل is another form too. You have a lot of verbs to memorize. One of my subscribers told me how difficult and time-consuming it is to copy everything from the board and suggested me to generate printables with the lessons provided. And I thought that would be great idea to facilitate your study. So I have created an account with this website which offers me a digital store that I named the way I did for my channel, Learn Arabic Online with Loubna Duymayan, where I will be uploading PDF files with each lesson. I will try. So my store URL is this one, and this lessons URL is this one, and the worksheet's name is Arabic Form 2 Verbs Study Guide. Thank you for all your suggestions, positive feedback, support, your delightful friendly messages, your friendship. I love and appreciate my awesome audience. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend and see you next time. إلى اللقاء.